want to bring in two people who have been closely following this case. Dr. Scott Bonn is a criminologist and the host of the podcast Killing Hour with Doc Bonn. He's also the author of the book Why We Love Serial Killers. And Billy Jensen is the co-host of the very popular podcast series Unraveled, Long Island Serial Killer. Thank you both for being with us on a Friday night. I want to start with you, Dr. Bonn. You heard what John said. I mean, do you agree? It does seem like this might not be Heuermann. This may be a different situation.
Well, I agree with most of what he is saying, but I can come up with a scenario where actually it could be Heuermann. And that is this. As he said, the bodies were staged. The dismembered bodies, including Vergata, were staged. That's part of the MO. And the MO is subject to change and evolution, however. So let's just say that it was Heuermann who was responsible for Vergata. Over time, he learns that dismemberment is a lot of work and a lot of trouble. And the bodies were never discovered. Maybe he comes to the conclusion by the time he gets to the Gilgo 4, all I really need to do is just cover them up with camouflage burlap, conceal them, and it'll be fine. So it's still an attempt to conceal, and it's still an attempt to throw the police off, but it could be an evolution in his modus operandi.
Billy, it is weird to think, I mean, is it really plausible and possible that there are multiple killers who didn't know about each other, killing sex workers and, throwing their bodies away in the same area? I mean, do you think that's really a possibility here, Billy?
Absolutely, yeah. It's happened before. It happened in the killing fields in Texas. It happened with the I-5 killer in California. They kept thinking that they just had one killer. It turns out they had multiple killers. And this is Long Island, and Long Island had, especially around that time, we're talking about the mid-90s, yeah, you had Schulman as, that was killing sex workers. You had Rifkin. You also had Bitroff. So there's a lot of killers that are on Long Island operating. And it's not that much of a stretch to think that a killer, there were multiple killers that were using this stretch of Ocean Parkway to deposit the remains.
Yeah, it's creepy to think about. Dr. Bonn, if this turns out that it is a different killer and they're able to prove that, does that in some way help Heuermann's defense? Do you think, can his defense attorneys then say, wait a minute, like, how do we know that all these other killings that you've tried to connect to Heuermann are really connected to him?
I see your point, but I doubt it very much. I mean, they've got the cell phones triangulated to pinpoint him. They've got the DNA evidence, at least on the first three of the Gilgo murders. No, I mean, I think they've got their man here. I think it's just a matter of time before the Brainerd Barnes murders is charged to him. And who knows what they have discovered, the law enforcement authorities, over the last couple of weeks in his storage unit and in his home. We don't know what they found linking him to the Gilgo 4, or perhaps these other bodies on the beach in Gilgo, or bodies elsewhere that have yet to be discovered, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they were so good at keeping all of this under wraps, this task force was, with the work that they've been doing over the last year. It does make you wonder what they know. I mean, they may know a lot that they're just not making public right now. Billy, do you have any insider info? I mean, do you think they're getting closer to connecting Heuermann to any of the other victims?
I mean, certainly with Maureen, I think that's definitely going to come. But I think, you bring up a very good point. They were able to go into his house. They were able to, figure out exactly what he has been keeping in his house, whether he had trophies or anything else like that. So we really need to figure out what he was doing. And I'm more interested now that we're getting closer to identifying all of these other victims. Is he responsible for these victims, and where else? Because we've got a big, long time period. We know he was killing in 2010, 2011. Did he just stop, or did he just find another place to deposit the remains? Yeah,
you're shaking your head, Dr. Bonn. You think he kept going?
If you look, the two of the Gilgo Four went missing just a couple of months before his burial ground was discovered. So the likelihood that he made a rational choice, conscious decision to just stop killing, that's not the way serial killers operate. They are driven by a visceral internal hunger, a compulsion that they can't control. So as my colleague said, it's what's probably much more likely is that he just moved his base of operations to another area. You know, could be Vegas, where I live here, could be South Carolina, where he had a home, or elsewhere. But I doubt very much that he just stopped in December of 2010.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.